Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are at Tipton High School, Tipton, Indiana, home of the Blue Devils. We welcome you to today's education-based Indiana High School varsity boys basketball game. Tonight, it's the Muncie Central Bearcats. They make their way over to Tipton County to do battle with the Tipton Blue Devils. This internet radio coverage is made possible by audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO, that's Robbie Kendall, providing internet radio access for putmeinsports.com since 2008. We do thank you for tuning in. We'll mention the JV contest was pretty much a good contest there to the end. They battled hard. Final score 51-35. Muncie Central got the win. So both teams are working down on the surface right now, getting warmed up. Right now, they're still shooting from their lines, so they're doing what they should be doing. And we'll mention this game tonight is going to be brought to you by AGM Auto, Camino and Company, Dean's Auto Parts, Discount Copies, Encompass Credit Union, Hope Jewelers, Indiana Express Rentals, Jim Dandy Restaurants, Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21, Noblesville Trophies, Rutledge Well Drilling, and The Shack Tipton, 311 East Jefferson Street. We'll talk a little bit about each school. We write this up each and every game. I feel it's only proper to talk about each school and a little bit about them. So we'll talk now about the visiting team on the scoreboard. Visiting team tonight is the Muncie Central Bearcats. They have an enrollment at Muncie Central of 1,332 students. Their Class 4A sectional number 9, their sectional will be played at Muncie Central. There are 6 in their sectional, and they are 4-0. They're 4-0 now. That's the Anderson Indians. 4-1, Mount Vernon Marauders. 4-1, Greenfield Central Cougars. 1-3, Muncie Central Bearcats. 1-4, Richmond Red Devils. And 1-4, Pendleton Heights Arabians. The principal at Muncie Central High School is Mr. Chris Walker. The athletic director, he is most instrumental. Put me in sports plenty happy. That is Jeff Holloway. What a gentleman. The athletic secretary is Amanda Schultz. And the athletic trainer is Kevin Beach. Muncie Central High School is located at 801 North Walnut Street, Muncie, Indiana, 47305. You can reach them by phone by dialing 765-747-5260. On the web, you can find them at MuncieCentralAthletics.com. They wear the colors purple and white. They perform in the North Central Conference. There are 6 teams in the North Central Conference, and they are presently stacked up like this. The Marion Giants, they're 1-0 in the conference. They're 4-1 overall. Kokomo Wildcats, they're yet to play a conference game. They're 5-0. Anderson Indians, yet to play a conference game. They're 4-0. Lafayette Jeff Broncos, they're yet to play a conference game. They're 3-2. Muncie Central Bearcats, they're yet to play a conference game. They're 1-3. And you might guess the Richmond Red Devils, they have played one conference game versus Marion. And Richmond Red Devils, 0-1 in the conference. They're 1-4 overall. As mentioned, Muncie Central Bearcats are 1-3. They're 0-0 in the North Central Conference. Offensively in 4 games, an average offensively per game is 39.5. And then we'll say defensively, an average per game is 51.3. If you go to John Harrell, that's 2 R's and 2 L's, johnharrell.net. If you've never seen those websites, you will be totally amazed. johnharrell.net. I have met John one time. What a gentleman. We'll also mention Muncie Central Bearcats. Their head coach is Justin Allum. Justin Allum is working in year number 3 at Muncie Central. 24 wins, 28 losses. Overall, he's working in year number 11. 143 wins, 100 losses. Next game on the agenda for Muncie Central, it's going to be Saturday. It's going to be a week away, pretty much. Saturday, December 21st. That's coming up this weekend. 6 o'clock and 7:30 ball game. The varsity will start at 7:30. It'll be the Delta Eagles at the Muncie Central Bearcats. And then we'll mention the next game on the agenda after Christmas will be Friday, December 27th. That'll be a 12 noon start. Delta, that'll be the Delta tournament. There will be 8 teams involved in the Delta tournament at 12:27 and 12:28. Just a 2-day tournament. Columbia City will be the first opponent for Muncie Central. That will be game number 3 in the tournament. And again, that is at 12 noon on Friday, December 27th. Now we'll talk a little bit about the Tipton Blue Devils, home team on the scoreboard. Tipton Blue Devils, they have a school enrollment of 454. Their gym capacity right here, it'll hold a bunch, 3,050. As you know, they have a new renovation. Second home game right here for the boys. But I tell you what, this place looks fabulous, and a lot of effort, and got to give a lot of credit to Encompass Credit Union. This gym floor is named Encompass Court. We'll mention that the Blue Devils are Class 2A, Sectional 39. There are 6 in their sectional. Their sectional will happen this year at Frankton High School. In their sectional, overall records, we'll mention Tipton. They're 2-2. Lapel, the Bulldogs, are 3-2. Taylor Titans are 4-0. Sheridan Blackhawks are 4-1. Elwood Panthers, they're 1-5. The Frankton Eagles are 2-2. The principal at Tipton High School is Mr. Craig Leach. We'll mention the athletic director is Corey Fernung. The assistant AD, he is also the middle school athletic director. That's Alec Weddle. The athletic trainer for Tipton Sports, Burke Emmert. We'll mention Tipton High School is located at 619 South Main Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. You can dial them by telephone at 765-675-7431. On the web, you can find them at tiptonathletics.com. They wear the colors blue and white. Blue Devils perform in the Hoosier Conference. There are 9 teams in the Hoosier Conference. Blue Devils participate in the East Division. There are 4 teams in the East. And right now they stack up like this. Western, they're 1-0 in the East. They're 5-1 overall. Hamilton Heights, they're 1-0 in the East. They're 4-2 overall. Tipton Blue Devils, they're 0-1 in the East. They are 2-2 overall. And the Logansport Berries, they're 0-1 in the conference. That's the division. And they're 2-3 overall. In the West Division, there are 5 teams in the Hoosier Conference, and they stack up like this presently. Twin Lakes Indians, they're 1-0 in the West, 4-3 overall. Lafayette Central Catholic, they're yet to play a division game, they're 4-2. West Lafayette, they're yet to play a division game, they're 4-2. Benton Central Bison, yet to play a division game, they're 3-3. And the Rensselaer Central Bombers, they're 0-1. They lost to Twin Lakes. Rensselaer Central currently 2 wins, 5 losses on the season. Tipton Blue Devils, as mentioned, they're 2-2. They're jogging out on the floor again, out of the locker room. Muncie Central shooting the ball around. Tipton Blue Devils 2-2. They're 0-1. They fell to Western last week. The good ball game. And I will mention the Blue Devils in 4 games, they average offensively 49.3. Defensively, They give up an average of 45 points. The head coach of the Tipton Blue Devils is Mr. Cliff Hawkins. Cliff Hawkins, working in year number 6 at Tipton High School. He has 90 wins, 38 losses. Overall, he's working in year number 44. Varsity basketball head coach. 587 wins, 397 losses. Next game on the agenda for the Blue Devils, they'll play this coming Friday night, December 20th, 6 o'clock JV, 7:30 varsity. Tipton Blue Devils will travel to Logansport. That'll be an East Division matchup. That'll be at Logansport, and that will begin a 7-game road trip for the Blue Devils. Yes, 7 road trips in a row. Then they'll come back to 5 home games in a row, but they're going to have a tournament coming up, Clinton Central, right after Christmas, and that's going to require a couple of road trips there and then 5 more games. But they like playing basketball. We'll mention that Clinton Central tournament is going to happen on January 2nd and 3rd. The Tipton Blue Devils will play versus Clinton Prairie in their first ball game. That'll be January 2nd at 6:30 p.m. 6:30 contest, Tipton and Clinton Prairie. The winner will come back on the 3rd, and they'll play the 8 o'clock game for the championship. And we'll mention game 2 on January 2nd will feature Carroll in Clinton Central. So it's a Tipton, Clinton Prairie, Carroll, Clinton Central tournament. And the clock's rolling down, 4:37 seconds left. We'll mention a little bit about what happened last weekend, final scores on the 14th. That was a Saturday. Benton Central and Delphi. Delphi got the win, 67-58. Delta and Tipton at Muncie Central. Delta got the win, 48-42. Hamilton Heights and Muncie Central at Muncie Central. Hamilton Heights got the win, 48-41. Central Catholic and Brebeuf don't have that score. We'll mention Rochester and Logansport. Rochester got the win, 64-58. Twin Lakes and Rensselaer Central. Twin Lakes got a decisive win. West Lafayette and Tri-West in one overtime. West Lafayette 79-74. In Western and Rossville. Western got the win, 57-51. We'll set this down for the national anthem. That was our national anthem. It was Memorex. Always sounds good. So they're getting ready to introduce the starting lineups. We'll do just the same. We'll start right now with the Muncie Central Bearcats. They'll line up like this. Wearing number 1, he's 5'6" tall. He's a freshman. Carlos Eccles. Wearing number 2, he's a 5'7" junior. He's the high totaler for Muncie Central, 11.7 points per game. That is Shamar Taylor. Wearing number 12, he's 6'2". He's a freshman, 8.3 per game average. Jackson Johnson. Wearing number 24, he's 6'4". He's a junior. Terry Miles. And wearing number 32, he's 6'4" tall. Sophomore Jace Burkhart. The head coach for Muncie Central Bearcats is Justin Allum. And now here's your starting lineup for the Tipton Blue Devils. Blue Devils will start like this. Wearing number 2, 6'2" sophomore, Peyton Aller at 6 points per game average. Number 3, 6'6" senior, Grady Carpenter, averaging 18.3 points per game, 6.3 assists, and 7.5 boards. Wearing number 5 is 6'1". He's a junior, 9.5 points per game. That's Sam Quigley. Wearing number 4, 6'2" sophomore, Quinn Smith, starting lineup for the Blue Devils, and the final starter in the lineup tonight. Number 21, 6'2" senior, 4.8 points per game. Landon Spidell, the head coach for the Tipton Blue Devils, is Mr. Cliff Hawkins. So we're going to jump it up here momentarily. Blue Devils huddled up right now. I say what, there's only 4 games happening between these two conferences tonight. We'll let you know who they are here momentarily. They're going to jump it up. Muncie Central Bearcats, number 24, Terry Miles, 6'4", 6'6" Grady Carpenter for Tipton, and Grady Carpenter gets the tip backcourt, picked up by Sam Quigley. In the front court with the basketball, Blue Devils' first possession of the evening. Spin move in the paint, jump shot, floater in the paint, got it. Nice shot, Grady Carpenter, about a 10-footer, 2-point basket. It's 2-0 Blue Devils in front. Muncie Central, first possession of the ball game. They're working out top, 24, Terry Miles. They're going to dish off. That's number 1, Carlos Eccles, a freshman. They're working back around. That's number 2, Shamar Taylor. Shamar Taylor going to dish off. They go right side of the bucket there. Shot off the mark. Shot taken there by Muncie Central, number 12, Jackson Johnson. Back the other direction. It'll be a steal. It'll be stolen by Muncie Central. He'll go off the glass. 2-point bucket, good. That was 24, Terry Miles. Ties the ball game at 2. Shamar Taylor wears number 2. I was talking to them guys, getting the pronunciations. I had written down that he's a sophomore. He let me know he's a junior. But that's what it said of the thing I wrote from. 3-point shot, rims out that time. That was Grady Carpenter. Back the other direction, number 1, Carlos Eccles. Going to get some instructions from Coach Allum. But we're going to round the perimeter. That's number 12, Jackson Johnson. Behind the arc on the dribble, 5'6" Carlos Eccles. Ball handler, now Shamar Taylor. Out top of the basketball, Jace Burkhart. Everybody touching the basketball. Coach Allum giving some instructions here in the front court. Deep in the front court with the basketball on the dribble, Carlos Eccles being guarded there by Peyton Aller. Nearly a steal, and it will be a steal. Saving the ball from going out of bounds, Muncie Central, right into the hands of Sam Quigley. They'll get it into Grady Carpenter. He'll float one in off the mark. Wouldn't go that time. Rebound out of there. Muncie Central, number 12, Jackson Johnson. Long 3-point shot off the mark. That was Carlos Eccles. Rebound secured by Muncie Central. On the dribble, that's Taylor. Shamar Taylor. Now back out top of the basketball, Jackson Johnson. Elbow left side. He'll bounce it back out. Reset the offense with Carlos Eccles. Long 3-point shot. Good. Credit the bucket. Shamar Taylor. Shamar Taylor shooting 36%. I do have 3 game stats for Muncie Central. They played 4 games. I have 4 game stats for the Blue Devils. Going to dribble baseline. Off the glass. Shot wouldn't go. That was Peyton Aller. Rebound out of there. Shamar Taylor. To the front court. He'll get the ball back from Jackson Johnson. He'll dribble back around. He'll hand off freshman Carlos Eccles into paint. Going up with a shot. Nearly blocked by Grady. Intimidation. Didn't get the shot to go. Rebound out there. Quinn Smith got it to Grady. To the front court in the left corner baseline. That's Sam Quigley. They'll get the ball back from Grady. Out top of the basketball. Spin move into paint. He'll float one in. It's going to go right over the rim. Had some good velocity right here. I guess some good spin. And Sam Quigley, 4-2. It's a 5-4 contest. Muncie Central by 1. We have a couple of subs check in here momentarily for Muncie Central. Next dead ball. Out top, Shamar. Shamar Taylor going to work it to the corner. Work it back out. Shamar Taylor now back out top of the circle. Jackson Johnson. Going to be a foul whistle. It's going to be an offensive foul in the front court. Muncie Central going to get a turnover in the book, giving up the basketball. In the ball game for Muncie Central, we're going to see number 4, Landon Wells. Also in the ball game, we're going to see number 22, L.J. Strange. In the ball game for the Blue Devils, we're going to see number 12, Grayson McFalls. Grayson McFalls, 6'8" sophomore. Bring it to the front court, Grady Carpenter. Guarding him full court was Jackson Johnson. Front court now, Sam Quigley. Cross court skip pass Works it to Peyton Aller. Back out. Grady Carpenter. Going to use a screen from Grayson. You're going to go to the opposite corner. 3-point shot in the air. Sam Quigley for 3. 3-point bucket, Quigley. And timeout called. It's going to be a 60-second timeout called by Muncie Central. It's a 7-5 contest. Blue Devils take the lead on a 3-point bucket by Quigley. We do thank you for tuning in. And we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Camino and Company.com. That's Camino-and-company.com. Camino and Company, they're a local flower shop. They have a mobile flower shop brought to you by local flower farmers and providers, small business partners, and the mascot of Camino and Company is a 1984 El Camino SS. That SS is owned by V.E. Witham. He is the grandpa of Carly L. Brent Witham. She runs Camino and Company. Check them out. Camino-and-company.com. Ball brought in from the backcourt. On the dribble, number 1, Carlos Eccles. He'll dish out outside Jackson Johnson. Now we get it back to Shamar. Shamar Taylor, there's going to be a traveling violation. Bounce pass to LJ Strange, and he'll commit the foul. He'll actually commit the travel. So give the ball back to Tipton. Another unforced turnover. You don't want the turnovers, especially the unforced variety. In the front court, Grady Carpenter. Out top, Sam Quigley. Quigley on the dribble. We're going to guess him is Landon Wells. Going to dribble baseline. That's Grady Carpenter. They'll pin him in the corner. He'll pass out of it. They'll get it down low. Grayson McFalls in the paint. 2-point bucket and assist for Grady. Ball's in the front court. 9-5 contest. Blue Devils by 4. Working it in the front court. Crossover dribble. Lost the dribble. Regathers it. Shot off the mark. That was Johnson. 12. Jackson Johnson back the other direction. Grady Carpenter. They'll work it down low. Grayson McFalls on the run there. Layup wouldn't go. So back the other direction. Rebound. Muncie Central Bearcats. Calling out the play there. Number 1, Carlos Eccles. Out top. LJ Strange. LJ Strange playing out top. LJ Strange, 6'5" senior. He averages 8 points per ball game. Working it out top. With the basketball going to dribble in. Jackson Johnson. He'll have to give it up. That's number 4, Landon Wells. Long 3-point shot. Shamar Taylor. Shot wouldn't go. Tipped out, and it's going to be resecured there. Muncie Central trying to come up with it. They try to save it from going out of bounds. And the save goes out of bounds, and it belongs to Tipton. Trying to touch it off, trying to throw it off of a Tipton player. Didn't get the job done. Shamar Taylor is going to take a breather. He'll take a breather. He'll sit down on the bench for a little bit. And I'm in the ball game. Right there for Muncie Central is number 32, Jace Burkhardt, original starter. Quinn Smith back in the ball game. They'll work it down low. They'll work it into Grayson McFalls. He'll dribble. One dribble, pick it up, back out Grady. Grady's going to pop a 3. 3-point shot, rims off, wouldn't go. Rebound fought for, picked up by Sam Quigley. They go to the corner, Peyton Aller for 3. Peyton Aller, right corner baseline. 3-point basket is good. Blue Devils take a 7-point advantage. 12-5. We're in the first quarter. 2:20 left. On the dribble, Jackson Johnson. Out top, moving the basketball. That's number 4, Landon Wells. Back out to Johnson. Johnson behind the arc. He'll work in. He's working against Quinn Smith. Quinn Smith foot for foot. They'll work it back in. It's going to be a foul reach in. It's going to be called on Tipton. And I tell you what, this official right here, my wife will remember him. We saw him at Northwestern. We were at a middle school game. My wife was keeping score at the scores bench, and this gentleman is a pretty good referee. He was working, getting his P's and Q's, and he's a varsity referee now. He's good. Ball's going to be brought in from the Blue Devil bench, front court for Muncie Central. Out top on the dribble, Carlos Eccles. The worker right side on the dribble baseline. High dribble, reverse layup is good. That's number 12, Jackson Johnson for 2. 1:55 left. First quarter, 12-7 contest. Blue Devils by 5. Going to pick up a screen. Won't use it. Go the other way. Going to be a shot off the mark there for Grady Carpenter. Rebound, Peyton Aller. Turnaround jumper, and he'll get fouled. And Peyton Aller will shoot the first shots at the free throw line in this contest. So they're going to whistle this foul on number 4, Landon Wells. Landon Wells has one in the contest. And at the free throw line, Peyton Aller, first shot is good. Substitution back in the lineup, original starter for Tipton. That's number 21, Landon Spidell. Taking a breather is Sam Quigley. Peyton Aller is now 4 for 7 on the season and now 5 for 8. 63% Peyton Aller, sophomore ball player, to the front court. 14-7, Blue Devils by 7. We're going to outside the work at the left side. Jackson Johnson behind the back dribble. Working against him is Grady Carpenter. They'll bring it back out to Eccles. They'll dish it off to Wells in the paint. He'll get the bucket and he'll get fouled. That's number 4, Landon Wells. He's a junior class member, 6'2". He'll get 2 and he'll shoot one more. Whistle on the play, and the foul's going to be whistled against number 4, Quinn Smith. Quinn Smith has 1 in the contest. Let's see a substitution. If this basket is made, it is. So he gets a 3-point play. That's Landon Wells. And in the ball game for Muncie Central, we're going to see number 30, Kanan Higgs. Kanan Higgs going to take a shot on the court right there. Kanan Higgs. Where's number 30? He's 6'7". He's a senior. Also in the ball game, Sam Quigley. We're going to the front court. Grady Carpenter picks up a screen from McFalls. He'll dribble in. Off the glass, 2-point bucket, good. Grady McFalls had a lane, and he used it. 2-point bucket at 16-10. We're going to the corner on the dribble. Wells back out top. Jackson Johnson. 3-point shot, rims out. Wouldn't go. Rebound, Grady Carpenter. Carpenter going to bring it to the timeline. He'll be picked up there. 3-court stripe. Landon Wells. And work it back around. Grady, he'll work it down low. Grayson McFalls off the glass. Left-handed off the glass. 2-point bucket good for McFalls. 18-10 contest. Blue Devils by 8. 43 seconds left here in the first quarter. We're going to be on the perimeter. Out top. Dribble now is Landon Wells. He'll dribble it. He'll try to pass it down low, trying to get it to Eccles on the cut on the baseline. And it goes out of bounds. And Blue Devils going to bring it in from the backcourt. Sam Quigley brings it in. Grady Carpenter back to Quigley. Quigley going to dribble it on a walk pace left side of the gym across from the scores bench. We are behind the scores bench tonight. It's a great place to see. Tell you what, if you can see the clock and the score, it's good. Difficult to see from the other portion, but I'm not complaining. 14 seconds left. Blue Devils in the front court. Grady Carpenter picks up a screen from McFalls. Back pedal dribble. Grady Carpenter. 7 seconds. He'll take a 3-point floater. Wouldn't go. Rebound out of there. Eccles. Eccles going to bounce it. It'll be a long. Landon Wells. Half-court shot. Rims off. So that's going to complete the first quarter of play. Tipton Blue Devils 18. Muncie Central Bearcats 10. And we do thank you for tuning in. We'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by AGM Auto. AGM Auto, LLC. They're located 1 mile west of Arcadia, Indiana at 266th Street. That's in Hamilton County. The future of your vehicle is in good hands when you put your trust with the guys at AGM Auto. Whether it's a routine oil change or the need for the expertise of an experienced AGM technician, AGM wants you to be safe and to stay safe on the road in your automobile. And a second type of service offered there at AGM Auto is classic car and truck restoration. If you still have that older car or truck out back, or maybe it's in the barn and covered up with a tarp, AGM has a passion to reveal the underlying beauty of each and every restoration project they begin. You can reach AGM Auto by dialing 317-984-5283. Again, 317-984-5283. That's AGM Auto, Arcadia. Alternate possession arrow gives it to Muncie Central. Crossing the timeline, Shamar Taylor. Working it back around the perimeter. He'll work it out top. Work it right side. Landon Wells back to Taylor. Taylor behind the arc being picked up there by Landon Spidell. Spidell working the zone. Talking it out top. Jackson Johnson, 3-point shot, good. Right elbow extended. Jackson Johnson working on that 3-point shooting percentage. The 18-13 contest. Blue Devils by 5. Blue Devils in the front court with the basketball. Sam Quigley was the left side. Peyton Alt. Baseline, Quinn Smith. Quinn Smith going to bring it back out. They'll reset the offense with Sam Quigley. Out top, they'll dribble in. Landon Wells. Quigley going to drag that pivot foot, and they tried to stop it on a dime, and it just drug it enough to get a traveling violation. 7-13, they're going to give the ball back to Muncie Central. Ball's going to be brought up from the backcourt. Number 2, Shamar Taylor. Shamar Taylor, left-handed dribble, go between the legs. He'll work it right side behind the arc. They're working in LJ Strange. They'll work it down low. They'll get the bucket. And it's going to be a three-point play opportunity. That was LJ Strange on the pass down low. And going to the stripe after the bucket, number 30, Kanan Higgs, 6'7" senior. We'll win the ball game for the Blue Devils. We're going to see number 32, Isaac Humrickhouse. Humrickhouse, 6'3", and he's a junior. Taking a breather is Quinn Smith. Three-point play wouldn't go. Rebound out of there. On the board was Grady Carpenter. Working through the front court, guarding him foot for foot is Jackson Johnson. We're to the left side, back to Grady. Johnson in his grill. Going to dribble in. Left side, outside the arc. He'll take a shot. I should say outside the paint. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound picked up there. They go to the long pass to the front court. And Jackson Johnson gets the bucket. Credit the long pass. 30, Kanan Higgs. 18-17. Blue Devils by 1. Ball's in the front court. Sam Quigley. Goes to the right side. Isaac Humrickhouse. They bring it back out. They'll reset the offense way out top with Grady Carpenter. Timeout going to be called. Timeout, Tipton Blue Devils. They'll talk this over. 6:21 left here in the second quarter. Tipton 18. Muncie Central 17. And again, we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Dean's Auto Parts. Dean's Auto Parts, CarQuest Auto Parts, located at 1110 South Peru Street, Cicero, Indiana, 46034. They're at the south edge of Cicero at Cicero Town Plaza. They are team members at CarQuest Auto Parts in Cicero, and they are there to ensure you get the right parts the first time. You can reach them by phone by dialing 317-984-4931. Again, that number is 317-984-4931. They are a locally owned automotive parts store that works to serve. That's Dean's Auto Parts in Cicero. And I will mention happening tonight, Hoosier Conference basketball. Tuesday, December 17th, 2 games in the Hoosier Conference. That's this one, Muncie Central Bearcats, here with Tipton. And an 8 o'clock start tonight. It's Rensselaer Central Bombers. They are at Hanover Central. The Wildcats and North Central Conference, 2 games tonight. Mount Vernon Marauders are at the Anderson Indians. And right here, 7:30 start, Muncie Central at Tipton. Ball brought in, side court, Tipton. Back court slightly picked up there by Quigley. Sam Quigley working against Landon Wells. They'll work it back around the perimeter. Grady Carpenter works it down low. Landon Spidell to take a shot off the glass. Point blank range. It's good. And another assist for Grady Carpenter. 20-17. Blue Devils by 3. Working it outside the arc. Picks up the dribble. That's Shamar Taylor. He'll bounce it back out. 22, LJ Strange. Working around the perimeter. Landon Wells. Landon Wells going to dribble back to Taylor. Taylor's going to dribble in the paint. He'll pop a shot there. About a 10-footer. Nice shot there off the jump. Shamar Taylor, as mentioned, he's leading the team in average with 11.7 per game. He's a junior. Working around the perimeter. In the ballgame, Isaac Humrickhouse. He'll work out top with Grady Carpenter. Carpenter picks up the dribble. Right side, Peyton Aller. Lost the handle. Tried to get the pass away. It was probably between a pass and maybe not a pass. And it got stolen right there by Muncie Central. 20-19. Blue Devils by 1. Muncie Central in the front court with the basketball. Shamar Taylor. He'll dribble. He'll pounce it. Right side, we're going to basketball. LJ Strange. Out top on the dribble. Terry Miles back in the game. Shamar Taylor. Might have got away with the travel there. They're going to call trip foul. It's going to be a bump foul. And 22, LJ Strange going to absorb the foul.
Number 32.
They're going to whistle this foul on 32. Isaac Humrickhouse. Humrickhouse has 1 in the ball game. Team foul number 2 on the Blue Devils here in the second quarter. No fouls thus far on Muncie Central in the second. We brought in left of the bucket on the baseline. Shamar Taylor to the baseline corner. They get to Landon Wells. They'll get it back to Shamar. He'll bring the ball back out. Reset the offense near the logo head for Tipton. Out top of the basketball, moving around. They go to the corner with it. 22 LJ Strange back to Taylor. Now they're working back around. Taylor with the basketball out top for Landon Wells. They go elbow right side, moving the basketball. LJ Strange. Long three-point shot for Strange is good. He sets up and nails it from left elbow extended. And Muncie Central goes on top at 22-20. 4:25 on the game clock. Second quarter. Grayson McFall is going to check in. Next dead ball for Tipton. Grady Carpenter on the dribble. Out top, Peyton Aller. He'll work her right side behind the arc. See him quick spin move. He'll take a shot off the glass. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound, Muncie Central. LJ Strange to the front court. Strange out top. Strange going to dribble in. Spin move. They go to the corner with it. Outside shot on the way. Landon Wells. Three-point shot wouldn't go. Into the hands of Grady Carpenter. 3:54 on the game clock. We're in the second quarter. 22-20. Spin move into paint. Rims off. Ball fell off the rim there. Grady Carpenter had one down, but it fell off. Back the other direction. Muncie Central. Landon Wells in the paint. Short off the mark. Couldn't get the shot to go there. Rebound, Peyton Aller. They go to the front court. Grayson McFalls. McFalls underneath the bucket. Goes up off the glass. A nice pass from Aller, but a better reception by Grayson McFalls and the bucket. 22-22. 3:20 left here in the second quarter. Out top of the basketball, they're moving around. LJ Strange. Out top now, Landon Wells. To the corner, Shamar Taylor. Back to Strange, now back to Wells. Behind the arc, going to be a steal. It's going to be a reach in and stealing the basketball with Peyton Aller. And LJ Strange going to try to get the ball back and could not without committing a foul. So LJ Strange picks up his first foul. We're going to see it's actually Jace Clark. Jace Clark going to enter the ball game. He'll insert the basketball at half court. And LJ Strange going to take a breather. Landon Wells for Muncie Central also going to take a breather. They'll work the ball in. Sam Quigley. Free throw line. Looking to get rid of it. Lost his dribble. We're going to back out. Logo head. Grady Carpenter. Going to pick up a screen from McFalls. He'll work it left side. He'll work it down around the perimeter. Three-point shot. Sam Quigley. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound, Muncie Central. Credit the board, Shamar Taylor. To the front court, Eccles. Outside the arc, Johnson. Good. Three-point bucket is good for Jackson Johnson. Jackson Johnson still working on those three-point percentages. And he's climbing. Can be a timeout called. Called by Tipton Blue Devils. 2.5 minutes left here in the second quarter. 25-22. Muncie Central by 3. We'll also mention tonight's ball game is being brought to you by Discount Copies. Discount Copies, conveniently located at the west edge of Noblesville, Indiana, 46062. They're just behind Pizza Hut and next to Bowl 32. That's along State Road 32. At Discount Copies, they provide set-up services where you can turn your artwork into things like note cards, notepads. They do prints and calendars. And it's never too late to think about personalized Christmas cards. You have to get them ready for next year. If you're planning a wedding, they can help you with all of your printing needs. You can reach Discount Copies by phone 317-773-8783. Again, 317-773-8783 or Discount Copies 96@gmail.com. Ball brought in. Blue Devils in the front court, Sam Quigley. Works it right side, Jace Clark back to Quigley. Out top. Going to get it to Peyton Hall. The bounce pass into Grayson McFalls. He'll spin move into paint. They're going to call a traveling violation. Not so sure. He's a big guy. He's got some wide steps. Not so sure. Would like to see that on video, but nevertheless, ball goes the other direction. Muncie Central in the front court. On the dribble, Carlos Eccles. Carlos Eccles getting some instructions from Coach Allum. They'll work a right side with the basketball. Jackson Johnson now back to Eccles. Carlos Eccles, he's 5'6". He's a freshman. He's a good ball handler. Working back around. Shamar. Gonna be nearly a steal. Peyton Aller. Aller's gonna get a little bit of a momentum type of foul as he tried to make that steal. Wasn't much, but enough to blow the whistle. And Peyton Aller has one foul in the ball game. That's 3 on Tipton here in the second quarter. Ball's in the front court. We're going to back around, bounce pass into Jackson Johnson. Inside out, 3-point shot in the air for Eccles. Left-handed shot wouldn't go. Rebound fought for, picked up by 6'8" in sophomore Grayson McFall. Going to be a steal at half court. Good hands. Terry Miles intercepts the chest pass. Out top, Jackson Johnson. 3-point shot, good. Jackson Johnson likes this new gymnasium renovation at Tipton High School. 1:21 left here in the second quarter. 28-22. Muncie Central by 6. Going to be a foul whistle as he backs his way in. Grady Carpenter going to absorb the foul. It's going to be whistled on Muncie Central. And it's going to be whistled on number 12, Jackson Johnson. Jackson Johnson picks up his first. That's team foul number 2, second quarter. In through pass, alley-oop, rims off. Grady Carpenter. Rebound picked up by Sam Quigley. So the Blue Devils have another chance here in the front court. Second chance at the rim. 1:03 going to dribble in. Peyton Aller. Peyton Aller going to lose the handle and it's going to go out of bounds. Try that high dribble and got the steps down, but it's going to be blocked and off the body of Aller goes out of bounds. Going to be brought in Muncie Central. We're under a minute. 56 seconds left. Clock moving. Going to break the press on the dribble. Eccles, he'll bounce pass behind the back, and it was a little bit off target. Picked up there by Peyton Aller. In the front court, Sam Quigley. 42 seconds left. Blue Devils in the front court. 28-22. And Sam Quigley drives the lane. He'll take a shot just left of the bucket. In the paint, he'll get the bucket off the glass, and he'll shoot one more. To Sam Quigley to the hoop. They're going to whistle this foul on Muncie Central. It's going to be whistled on 24, Terry Miles. Terry Miles, a 6'4" junior. He has 2. Both teams have 3 fouls here in the second quarter. Landon Wells back in the game. Taking a breather is Terry Miles. Also taking a breather is 32, Jace Burkhardt. And at the free throw line is Sam Quigley. Sam Quigley, 3-point play opportunity. Falls in the air, good. Sam Quigley, 3-point play. Quigley on the season. He's now 4 for 8. He's at the 50% plateau. He's working his way up. Going to be a reach-in foul. They're trying to break the press there. Chest pass comes in. Grayson McFall is going to try to make the interception there. He'll pick up the foul. So Grayson has 1 in the contest. That's foul number 4 on Tipton. Next common foul on Tipton would put Muncie Central at the stripe shooting 2. We're under 30 seconds left. Second quarter. Long pass over the head of Jackson Johnson. Landon Wells would like to have that pass back. Going to give the ball back to Tipton. Going to be brought in front of the Tipton bench. Grady Carpenter. Going to defend full court there is Shamar Taylor. He'll release now back to the front court. Picking up the ball at half court is Jackson Johnson. Grady Carpenter on the dribble. 6'5", working against 6'2". On the dribble, spin move. In the paint, jump shot, 12-footer, got it. Grady Carpenter for 2. 28-27, 5 seconds left. To the front court, Shamar Taylor. Outside, Jackson Johnson. 3-point shot short off the rim. Wouldn't go. And the Blue Devils and the Muncie Central Bearcats will go to halftime. And Jackson Johnson, I'm going to need some attendance right there. And they're going to take him in on into the locker room. They'll check on him there. But a 10-minute intermission. We're at halftime. It's Muncie Central 28, Tipton 27. Playing basketball on a Tuesday evening. That's got to be fun. I mean, growing up, we didn't have a lot of weekday games. They were pretty much weekend games during the season. And I'm going to work from there. And we do thank you for tuning in. And we'll also mention, don't forget Clinton Central Tournament. Clinton Central Tournament coming up January 2nd and 3rd. That's right over there off of 29. Take 28 to 29, turn right. Before you go a mile, it'll be on your right there, Clinton Central. Probably about a mile, maybe a little more. Clinton Central Tournament. January 2nd, game 1 will feature Tipton Blue Devils and the Clinton Prairie Gophers. That'll be a 6:30 ball game. And then January 2nd, same day, same evening, game 2 will be the Carroll Cougars and the Clinton Central Bulldogs. That'll be at 8 o'clock, thereabout start time. And then the teams that don't win in the game 1 or game 2, they'll play the next day on January 3rd. They'll play at 6:30 for the consolation game. And then the championship game will be on January 3rd. Game 4 be the winner of game 1, winner of game 2. They'll play at about 8 o'clock, and that should be good. And should be a fun time. And we do thank you for tuning in. The kids taking some shots on the free throw lines, trying to win some bottles of pop. And I will mention this game is also in part being brought to you by Encompass Credit Union. Excuse me. Pardon me. The Encompass Credit Union. Hell, I had a cold. I tell you what, been waking up the last 3 mornings. Been kind of nasty, but I'm just trying to get through this game. Hopefully you're enjoying the ball game. We'll mention that's Encompass Credit Union. If you're looking for a financial partner that's as community-minded as you are, welcome to Encompass Credit Union. They are North Central Indiana's premier financial institution. At Encompass Credit Union, they believe in putting their members first. Whether you're looking for lower rates on loans or higher rates on savings, or just a friendly face to help you with your financial needs, they've got you covered. You can join them today and become a part of a financial cooperative that truly cares, with branches in Tipton, Frankfort, and Kokomo. They are there to serve the community. Encompass Credit Union, where community comes full circle. Visit them online at encompasscreditunion.org. I should say encompasscu.org. You can visit them at any of their convenient locations. Encompass Credit Union, right there in Tipton, Frankfort, and in Kokomo. And also bringing you tonight's contest is Hope Jewelers. Hope Jewelers, precious times are made for precious moments. And Hope Jewelers are there to meet your every special need in the field of diamonds, gold, and silver, etc. Stop in and visit Hope Jewelers in downtown Tipton, next to the Diana Theater. Hope Jewelers, they're located at 135 East Jefferson Street, Tipton, Indiana, 46072. You can reach them by phone at 765-675-9720. Again, their number is 765-675-9720. That's Hope Jewelers. They're open daily, Tuesday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30. And on Saturday, they're open 9:30 to 2. And again, we'll mention today's ball game is in part being brought to you by Indiana Express Rentals. Indiana Express Rentals, when you find yourself looking for that dependable moving truck rental company, that high quality choice isn't far away. You can call Indiana Express Rentals. They're located at the south edge of Noblesville, Indiana. They're located at 1708 South 8th Street. You can call them at 317-773-4800. Again, that number is 317-773-4800. They have up to 26-foot box trucks available, and a truck with a Tommy lift can sure come in handy. That's Indiana Express Rentals. Their hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., or Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. You'll find Dirk. Dirk will escort you around the yard, and then you'll pick up a good Penske truck rental. That's Penske Truck Rentals. The name Penske alone takes any possible concerns away from any travel. That's Indiana Express Rentals. They're in Noblesville. And also bringing you tonight's ball game is Jim Dandy Restaurants. Jim Dandy Restaurants. At Jim Dandy, you'll not only enjoy an incredible dining experience, and the Jim Dandy menu simply speaks for itself. They got breakfast, they've got lunch and dinner, they've got a hot soup bar, they've got fresh fruits with a fully loaded salad bar. And even though the Tipton High School was being constructed in the early 60s, Jim Dandy Restaurant continues to support Tipton Blue Devil basketball and Tipton Blue Devil athletics. Since prior to opening, Jim Dandy Restaurant opened in 1964. That's Jim Dandy Restaurants. Good food, good friends, good times. Open 7 days. Tipton, and stop by Noblesville. Noblesville Jim Dandy Restaurants. And we thank you for tuning in as we listen to some Foreigner. We got some Foreigner. We got some Lou Graham Foreigner, little jukebox hero. I tell you what, back in the 80s, when that album came out, Foreigner 4, that's probably the most hottest song off of that album. They liked Urgent, but I think Jukebox Hero was the best. So we'll also mention tonight's ball game is being brought to you by Lisa Stokes Bear. Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21. When you're thinking about residential or corporate relocations, you know a perfect house can soon become a perfect home. And Lisa Stokes Bear would like nothing more than to utilize her 26 years of experience to help you begin that process. Yes, real estate reliability is something a professional real estate agent and or real estate broker strives for, such as Lisa Stokes Bear. Your happiness and her success are two of the same. For the real estate lady with the high real estate IQ, contact Lisa Stokes Bear by cellular phone or by text message 317 513 4086. Again, her number is 317 513 4086. And what we'll also mention happening this week, we'll talk about the 2A top 18 this week. It's through December 16th. It lines up like this. At number 1, 5-0, Wapahani. Number 2, 5-0, Park Heritage. Number 3, 3-0, Fort Wayne Lures. Number 4, 4-0, Gary's 21st Century. Number 5, 3-0, Providence. Number 6, 5-0, Gemtown. Number 7, 4-1, Forest Park. Number 8, 4-1, Manchester. Number 9, 3-0, Linton. Number 10, 3-2, Lapel. Number 11, 2-2, Tipton Blue Devils. Number 12, 4-0, Taylor. Number 13, Shenandoah. They're 5-0. Number 14 at 4-2 is Westview. Also at number 14 is Southwestern. That's out of Hanover. They're 4-1. Number 16, Sullivan. They're 3-1. At number 17, there are two teams. Indianapolis Ritter. They're 4-2. And at 17, South Ripley. They're 5-0. With 23 seconds left, clock moving down. We'll try to read a little bit more about that in just a little bit. We'll try to capture some more of that USA poll. So 17 seconds, clock rolling in. And a little jukebox hero finishing up right on cue. So 8 seconds, clock moving down. Getting ready for second half. Hey, buddy. So ball's going to be brought in, cross court right there. And it's going to be brought in, alternate possession arrow. Going to give the ball to Tipton. So it's going to be brought in, Peyton Aller. Peyton Aller, clean the shoes off. And second half is underway. 28-27, Muncie Central by 1. In the front court, Grady Carpenter. Cross through the legs, he'll dribble around, kick it to the corner. Peyton Aller, three-point shot, rims off. Wouldn't go. Rebound out of there. Muncie Central credit the board. 22, L.J. Strange. Jackson Johnson going to dish off. Shot in the air. Three-point shot wouldn't go. That was number 1, Carlos Eccles. Ball's on the surface. Down trying to get the ball and stepping alive there was L.J. Strange. And Muncie Central can have another opportunity in the front court. So Shamar Taylor, a dish off, working it back around. Carlos Eccles. Bounce pass right side. Landon Wells back to Eccles. Way out top, being guarded there by Sam Quigley. He'll bounce pass it in. Going to go baseline drive. Strange. Back out top. Eccles might have got away with the travel there. No call. Underneath the bucket, off the glass. Got the bucket. Shot's good. Number 22, L.J. Strange. And he'll absorb a foul, and he'll shoot one more. So they're going to whistle this on Grayson McFalls, number 12, Tipton. He picks up his second foul in the ball game. First foul on Tipton here in the third quarter. So we're going to try a three-point play opportunity. 22, L.J. Strange. On the season, I have him at 3 for 4. And now he is 3 for 5. Couldn't get the three-point play. Rebound, Landon Spidell. He'll hand off, crossing the timeline with the basketball, Grady Carpenter. Working against him is Jackson Johnson. And they're going to say a moving pick right there. They're going to say Grayson McFalls put the leg out, and probably a good call. So Grayson's going to pick up a quick third foul here in the third quarter. And Coach Cliff Hawkins going to have to think this over with his starting 6'8" sophomore. Over to the timeline. Cross timeline, Eccles. Working back to Eccles. Landon Wells. He gets the ball. He go baseline. They go up the shot, block shot. McFalls gets the block. So McFalls would have left the game. He might have had a bucket there. McFalls gets the block shot on Landon Wells. Back the other direction. Grady Carpenter, three-point shot, right of center, wouldn't go. Rebound, L.J. Strange. To the front court, Eccles. Outside, Landon Wells. Back to Eccles. Now to L.J. out top. Being guarded there by Sam Quigley. He'll work it right side, Shamar Taylor. We're going to back around. And then we're back out top of the basketball. That's Eccles. Eccles, right side, touching the basketball. Jackson Johnson. We're back to the corner. L.J. Strange tipped it away there. Nearly a steal by Peyton Aller. They'll keep it in the front court. Muncie Central going to dribble in. Eccles outside the arc, three-point shot. Jackson Johnson, good again. Left elbow extended. Jackson Johnson, to my count, has 4 three-point shots in this ballgame that went down. I think he's only missed 1. Don't quote me on that. 5:47 left here in the third quarter. 33-27. Muncie Central by 6. Crossover dribble. Baseline drive. Grady Carpenter. Floater just outside the paint. And there's going to be a timeout called. They're going to call timeout. Muncie Central. 30-second timeout. 33-29. Muncie Central by 4. This game is also in part being brought to you by Noblesville Trophies. Shop them online at noblesvilletrophies.com or stop in, if only, to browse around. They're located at 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. Trophies, awards, plaques, and more. Fast turnaround. Prices are low. They are so low you may want to be a repeat customer. Noblesville Trophies, 1740 South 10th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. They're open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can reach them by phone at 317-773-7391. Again, their number is 317-773-7391. So Quinn Smith in the ballgame for Tipton. Quinn Smith wears number 4. Ball's going to be brought in backcourt. Blue Devils going to play full court pressure. Trying to get across there. Eccles and now Johnson. Back to Eccles. Guarding him right there. Quinn Smith will work it down low to L.J. Strange. Inside out. Shamar Taylor shot off the mark. Three-point land. Wouldn't go. Shamar Taylor going to track it down. No, it's going to be Eccles. Carlos Eccles comes up with the loose ball. They'll have another opportunity here in the front court. The Bearcats. Out top, Shamar Taylor. Left side, L.J. Strange. Guard him loosely there. Grady Carpenter. Out top of the basketball. Carlos Eccles being guarded there by Peyton Aller. And they are administering a count. They break him off. They go outside the arc. Three-point shot that time wouldn't go. That was Jackson Johnson. Rebound, Grady Carpenter. To the front court with the basketball. Grady on the dribble, spin move at the right elbow. He'll bounce it down low and get the ball back. Working about outside the perimeter, three-point shot, see him quickly. Shot wouldn't go, rebound, Landon Spidell. Spidell goes back up with the shot. He got fouled in the act of shooting. So Spidell's going to shoot a couple. They're going to whistle this foul on Muncie Central. Number 1, Carlos Eccles Jr. 4:39 on the game clock. We're in the third quarter. It's 33-29. Landon Spidell going to shoot a couple. On the season, he is currently 3 for 4, averaging 4.8 points a game. These are utility players. First shot is good, nothing but net. So we get some congratulatories there, a couple of players, Grady Carpenter, Quinn Smith. They get a bounce pass from the official. He'll have one more. He'll eye it and fly it, rims around and falls in. So Landon Spidell is now 5 for 6 on the season. Trying to get across the timeline. Blue Devils trying to put some pressure on. He'll dribble across. Jackson Johnson. Gonna work it back around. To the right side. Johnson could go baseline and go off the glass. Couldn't get the shot. Rebound putback is good by 5'6" freshman Carlos Eccles. Carlos Eccles on the rebound putback to the front court. 35-31. Blue Devils gonna dribble in. Sam Quigley in the paint, got the bucket and got fouled. He'll shoot one more. They're going to whistle his foul on number 1, Carlos Eccles. He's got 2 in the ball game. 35-33. Sam Quigley, he's above 50%. Working on that free throw percentage. Sam Quigley from 2-point land, 7 for 11 on 2-point shots. That's 64%. Shot rims off, wouldn't go. Rebound, L.J. Strange for Muncie Central to the front court. Jackson Johnson back to Strange. He'll dribble right side, get it to Eccles. Carlos Eccles will dribble back out, being guarded there by Grady Carpenter. Back to Shamar Taylor. Shamar Taylor works it around to the corner. Eccles out top. Strange. The dribble inside the three-point line. Back to Strange. Shamar Taylor drives the lane, floats one over the rim. 2-point bucket for Taylor. It's 37-33. 4-point advantage for Muncie Central. 3:25 left here in the third quarter. On the dribble, Grady Carpenter. Carpenter going to dribble in, spin move at the left elbow. He'll take a floater and got it. Pretty shot from Grady Carpenter. 37-35. Blue Devils trail by 2. Going to be a blocking foul on the baseline. It's going to be Quinn Smith. Quinn Smith going to pick up the blocking foul. And Quinn Smith going to pick up his 3rd in the ball game. That's 3 here in the quarter on Tipton. 2 thus far on Muncie Central here in the third quarter. Ball's going to be brought in left of the bucket on the baseline. Going to be brought in by number 1, Carlos Eccles. Guarding the inbound is Sam Quigley. Going to bounce it in and get it into Shamar Taylor. Back out top, Landon Wells. Back to Eccles. Eccles dribbles once. Back to Wells. Now back pedal dribble. On the move right there, it's Carlos Eccles being guarded. Going to be a steal. Stolen by Sam Quigley. He picks the pocket of Carlos Eccles and went in for a layup. Sam Quigley ties the ball game at 37. Going to dribble in. Jackson Johnson in the paint, floats one over the rim. 2-point bucket good. 39-37. Timeout called. Coach Justin Ullum. And it'll be a 60-second timeout called by Coach. And I will also mention tonight's ball game is in part being brought to you by Rutledge Wells Drilling. Rutledge Wells Drilling. When you think of water, think of Rutledge Wells Drilling. Pumps, sales, service, water conditioning, water softeners, iron filters, and trenching. You can call Rutledge Wells Drilling. Call them at 765-292-2315. Again, their number is 765-292-2315, or visit them on the website at rutledgewelldrilling.com. They're just west of Atlanta. It might be 2 or 3 miles, but they're right there on 296th Street. They are licensed, insured, honest, dependable, and always professional. That's Mike Nathan and Levi Rutledge. Rutledge Well Drilling, Atlanta. So second horn sounds. 2:41 left. Third quarter. Ball's going to be brought in. Muncie Central Bearcats. They got back. Ball's going to be brought in. Tipton Blue Devils after the Muncie Central bucket. So ball brought in 84 feet away. Peyton Aller into Sam Quigley back to Peyton. He'll dribble across the timeline. Left side, Quinn Smith to the corner. Left baseline. Sam Quigley. He'll bounce it in. Bounce it into Grady. Outside to Quigley. Now back to Grady. Being guarded there by Terry Miles. Turnaround jumper wouldn't go for Grady. Rebound fought or picked up in the corner. Quinn Smith. Blue Devils going to have another possession, another opportunity at the rim. He'll pass it low inside Grady Carpenter. Being guarded by Miles. Looking at passing, long cross-court pass. Other side, Sam Quigley. Quigley made a pass to Landon Spidell. Spidell wasn't anticipating the pass. Ball goes the other way on the turnover. The step from out of bounds, Miles. Terry Miles touched the basketball, but he didn't get established. He was on the baseline, stepped on the baseline on that same left-footed step, touched the basketball before the left foot hit the inbound in the court of play. So that's what happened. The ball brought in from the backcourt. Crossing the timeline, Peyton Aller. To the corner, Sam Quigley. Quigley bounces it in. Inside the three-point line, Grady Carpenter, he'll dribble in. He'll be double teamed. He'll pass out of it. Top of the circle, Quinn Smith. Work the right side, Sam Quigley. Back out to Quinn, top of the circle. To the corner, Peyton Aller. He'll get it back to Grady Carpenter. Carpenter has a dribble. He'll dribble left. He'll shoot it. Three-point shot. Rims off. Wouldn't go. Short off the rim. And the ball's going to go the other direction. Going to belong to Muncie Central. 39-37. Muncie Central by 2. 1:25 clock moving. Muncie Central bringing it from the backcourt. Left-handed dribble. Number 2, Shamar Taylor. Working back out top. 24, Terry Miles. Back to Shamar. He'll dribble it in. He'll pass it in. L.J. Strange, left-handed shot off the glass, wouldn't go. Ball came down. It goes off evidently the fingertips of a Tipton Blue Devil. They're going to keep it in the front court. It's going to be brought in left of the bucket on the baseline by the Bearcats. It's going to be brought in by number 2, Shamar Taylor, 5'7" junior. He's looking to get it in. Looking, bounce pass, gets it in. Landon Wells, out top, L.J. Strange. He'll dribble it back out. He'll dish off Landon Wells, now back to Shamar near the logo there at center court on the dribble. Calling out some directions. We'll get it back to Landon Wells, now back to Jackson Johnson. Back to L.J. L.J. Strange going to hand off Jackson Johnson. Out top, they're staying out beyond the three-point line. 45 seconds left. They'll dribble in. They get to Strange. Spin move outside the paint. He'll dish it off. 2-point shot in the paint. Good. Landon Wells for 2. 41-37. 33 seconds left here in the third quarter. Crossing the timeline at the dribble pace. You see him Quigley. Working against him, Jackson Johnson. Bounces it in. Grady Carpenter. Kept the possession. He drives the lane. He'll take a shot. Floater in the paint. Point blank range. Didn't need the backboard. 2-point shot good for Grady. 41-39. 2-point advantage. Muncie Central in the front court. 9 seconds left. Jackson Johnson way out top. Jackson Johnson, he guarded by Grady Carpenter. They'll dish off with the basketball there. Landon Wells, 3-point shot near the buzzer. Hit the rim, but would not go. So 3 quarters have gone by. At the end of 3, Muncie Central 41, Tipton 39. We do thank you for tuning in, and we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you tonight by The Shack. That's The Shack. Hey, Blue Devil fans, looking for the perfect spot before or after the game? Swing by The Shack, your ultimate game day hangout. We've got something for every team member. Whether you're craving a classic Shack pizza or ready to tackle a Shack stack with single, double, or triple burger patties. And that's not all. They got your game day staples, such as cold beers, refreshing cocktails, or their loaded spiral potatoes. Bring your game face and bring your appetite along with your friends. for a winning experience at the Shack. The Shack is located at 311 East Jefferson Street in Tipton. Check them out on Facebook to stay up to date on specials and events. See you at the Shack. So getting ready for fourth quarter action right here. 41-39. A Tuesday night. Going to be brought in alternate possession arrow. Muncie Central. Past the backcourt. Crossing the timeline now is number 1, Carlos Eccles, being guarded by Sam Quigley. They'll bounce it left side. LJ Strange reaching in there, nearly getting a steal with Quinn Smith. Ended up in the hands of LJ Strange. So they'll reset the offense. Jackson Johnson works the right side. Point guard, number 1, Carlos Eccles. Eccles, a good ball handler. Also in the ball game, that's number 30, Kanan Higgs. Kanan Higgs, 6'7" senior. Back out to Eccles, through the legs. 14-footer on the way, wouldn't go. Ball's loose, ball's still loose. Goes out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Bearcats. So Tipton going to bring it in from the backcourt. We're going to see a sub back in the ball game. Muncie Central. They'll bring back in number 2, Shamar Taylor. Taking a breather is number 1, Carlos Eccles. Those two guys have been in the game pretty much all game long. So they bring it in from the backcourt. Peyton Aller into Sam Quigley. Quigley crossing the timeline on the dribble, being worked right there defensively by Jackson Johnson. He'll bounce it back outside the arc now, and is Grady Carpenter. Back pedal dribble. 7:07 left. He'll dribble in the paint. He'll dish it down low. 2-point bucket, good. Peyton Aller, and that's good court vision by Grady Carpenter. 41-41. 6:54 on the game clock. Front court, Muncie Central. Going to be a cutoff foul there. Going to be a bump foul. Grady Carpenter going to get whistles for the foul. He was trying to cut off the dribble. It was not a whole lot, but it was enough to draw the whistle. So Grady Carpenter plays almost a little bit over 3 quarters and picks up his first foul of the game. Entry pass in the paint. Couldn't get the alley-oop. Lost the handle on his putback and then goes out of bounds. And Coach Allum wanted to know if that ball was tipped by someone else. And one of the officials asking him, did you see anything? He says no. So nice of the official under the bucket to come out and ask one of the other 2 officials, did you see that tip other than what we're doing here? And he says no. So they give it to Tipton, brought it in from the backcourt. Full court pressure. Shamar Taylor guarding the basketball. Lost the handle. Going to go to the backcourt. Peyton Aller. You got to pick that ball up in a hurry. You can't just act like you thought it might not have been touched, because you got to stop the offense of Muncie Central, even if it was touched. Going to bounce it in. Blue Devils are in the front court. Grady Carpenter. Carpenter out top, being guarded there by Jackson Johnson. He got the triple threat. He'll dribble right. Pass it off. Sam Quigley, 3-point shot, rims off. Wouldn't go. Sam Quigley going to whistle foul. Foul's whistled from out top. And they're going to call this one on 24, Muncie Central. Terry Miles, 6'4" junior. He picks up number 3 in the ball game. Both teams here in the fourth quarter have one foul each. Brought in left of the bucket on the baseline. Grady Carpenter tosses it in. Behind the arc, Peyton Aller. Guard him, Shamar Taylor. Work it back to Sam Quigley. Cross-court pass, Quinn Smith. He'll dribble in, they go baseline. Landon Spidell. Back out top with the basketball. Triple threat available. Grady Carpenter, he'll pick up a screen from Landon Spidell. He'll pick up the basketball. Back to Landon and get him a new dribble with Grady Carpenter on the dribble in the paint. They go up for the shot, and he almost got it. But he'll earn a trip to the foul stripe. And he'll shoot 2. So they're going to whistle this foul on Muncie Central. That's number 30, Kanan Higgs, 6'7" senior. He's got 1. Team foul number 2. Grady Carpenter going to shoot 2. First shot wouldn't go. Grady Carpenter will have 1 more. He enters tonight at 73%. Trying to keep that status quo, or maybe a little bit taller than 73%. He'll get 1 more. 5:50 in the fourth quarter. Second shot up and good. So Grady gets the back end of a 2-shot foul. Blue Devils take a 1-point advantage at 42-41. Fourth quarter, 5:44 left. Clock moving in the front court with basketball. Muncie Central. LJ Strange in the paint. He'll take a jump shot. Got it. LJ Strange with the bucket. Strange averaging 8 points per game. He did not start this game, but he came off the bench and he's playing well in the front court with the basketball. Working left side. Peyton Aller down low on the baseline. Grady Carpenter going to back his way in the paint. Got the bucket. Grady Carpenter for two. And he'll shoot one more. 3-point play opportunity. They're going to whistle a foul. Muncie Central. Number 12, Jackson Johnson. Jackson Johnson, 6'2" freshman. Lighting him up from 3-point land in that first half. Second 3-point play wouldn't go for Grady. Rebound, Landon. Spidell back to Grady. Opportunity in the front court. Could go 5 points in this possession. It wouldn't happen very often, but they could. On the dribble, Grady Carpenter. Left-handed pass, cross way to the corner, going to dribble in. Quinn Smith got the bucket as he went through the lane. Jump shot, and it's a 2-point bucket for Quinn Smith. 46-43. Blue Devils by 3. 4:48 on the game clock. We're in the fourth quarter at Tipton High School. We'll bounce it out right side. Shamar Taylor, he'll work the ball. Bounce by on chest pass to LJ Strange. Now back to Shamar. You get back out top. Jackson Johnson being guarded there by Grady Carpenter. He'll dribble in. They go to the corner with it. 3-point shot in the air. Rims out. Wouldn't go. That was Landon Wells. Rebound secured there by Jackson Johnson of the Bearcats. 4:20 on the game clock. Another opportunity in the front court. Out near the center circle. Shouting out some directions. Shamar Taylor. Working it back out to Johnson. They go baseline. LJ Strange. Now back out top. Resetting the offense. Going to drive the lane. They'll backpedal. Dribble back out of there. Jackson Johnson. And they'll go off the leg there. It's going to be a steal. Going to be a steal. And they're going to call timeout. Timeout Tipton. Ball was loose there. LJ Strange did dribble it off of his leg. Sometimes they call that a double skin. Didn't get called there. They're going to go full timeout. Ball came loose, and Sam Quigley picked it up. We'll mention a little bit about what's happening in Class 4A. 4A, top 17 this week of December 16th. At number 1, it's Fishers. They're 5-0. Number 2, Lawrence North. They're 3-1. Number 3 is Greenfield Central, 4-1. Number 4, Noblesville, 4-1. Number 5, Pike. The Red Devils are 4-0. Number 6, Warsaw, 4-0. Number 7, Jeffersonville, 3-2. Number 8, Northridge, 5-0. Number 9, Crown Point, 3-0. Number 10, Carmel, 3-1. Number 11, Anderson, 4-0. Number 12, Kokomo, 5-0. Number 13, Ben Davis, 2-2. Number 14, Westfield, the Shamrocks are 3-1. Number 15, New Albany, 3-0. Number 16, 2 teams tied at 16. Fort Wayne at 3-2, and South Bend Riley at 4-1. So we talked about the 2As. We talked about the 4As. That's what we have here on the court. Class 2A Tipton, Class 4A Muncie Central. 3:58 on the game clock. 46-43. Tipton by 3. Tipton's going to have the inbound. Slightly in the backcourt. It's going to be brought in by Peyton Aller. He's a sophomore. He was tossing it in to senior Sam Quigley. Quigley's going to be guarded full court by number 4. Loosely, that is Landon Wells. So we're at free throw line. Elbow left side. Grady Carpenter. Triple threat. He'll dribble in the paint. Spin move in the paint. Got the bucket. 2-point bucket for Grady. 48-43. 3:38 left. Clock moving. Fourth quarter. In the front court of the basketball. LJ Strange. Triple threat available. He'll pounce it outside. That's Terry Miles. They work it down low. It's tipped. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tipton. It's going to stay in the front court with the Bearcats. It's going to be brought in left of the bucket on the baseline by Shamar Taylor. Be guarded on the inbounds. Sam Quigley tosses it in. Landon Wells works it back out. Jackson Johnson. Johnson on the dribble. You want to paint, you'll take a floater in the paint. Got the bucket. 2-point bucket. Freshman Jackson Johnson working there against Grady Carpenter. little bit of an arm bar there, but no call. 48-45, 3-point advantage for Tipton. Blue Devils in the front court. 3:03 left. Fourth quarter. On the dribble is Grady Carpenter. Pick up a screen from Landon Spidell. Over to the corner. Quinn Smith. 3-point shot. Good. Quinn Smith from the right corner baseline, right in front of the Blue Devil cheer section. 51-45. 2:42 left. Muncie Central on the drive. That was Shamar Taylor. Dishes off. L.J. Strange. Now back to Jackson Johnson. Right side. Driving the lane. Cutting him off right there. Outside the arc. 3-point shot. Good. L.J. Strange for 3. 3-point bucket. Cuts the lead to 3. 51-48. Timeout. Full 60-second timeout. 2:28 left. Muncie Central calls a timeout. And we'll also mention Michelle Garman. Michelle Garman is here. Michelle Garman, I'm sure she's writing for the paper tonight. For comprehensive coverage of Tipton County sports, check out the Tipton County Tribune. The printed edition is published every Wednesday, but one does not have to wait until Wednesday for sports stories, as well as other stories, including breaking content. It's always online at TiptonCountyTribune.com. The Tipton County Tribune is owned by Cherry Road Media. A subscription to the printed edition also includes an online subscription. Online subscriptions also are available. One can also follow Michelle Garman on X. That's Twitter. Follow her on X. The @ symbol, Michelle, there's 2 L's, _ Garman. That's @ Michelle _ Garman for updates and scores for Tipton County sports teams. And we'll mention if you are encouraged to like the Tipton County Tribune page on Facebook. Michelle can also be found on Instagram under her name, Michelle Garman. We're going to inbound the basketball. 84 feet away, full court pressure by Muncie Central. Can be brought in by Grady Carpenter. He tosses it in. Sam Quigley back to Grady. Grady will bring it to the timeline. He'll be picked up at half court by Muncie Central, number 12, Jackson Johnson. Going to work the ball around. They're going to get it back to Sam Quigley. And one official closest to the ball going to look at another, and they're going to decide to leave it in the front court. Tipton's possession. Going to be brought in, Grady Carpenter. Just to the right of Coach Cliff Hawkins in the front court. Into Peyton Haller, now back to Grady. Grady on the dribble, guarding him once again is Jackson Johnson, a freshman guarding a senior pretty much all game long. On the dribble, Grady Carpenter going to hand off. Now on the dribble, Peyton Haller out top. Sam Quigley being guarded there by Carlos Eccles. Bounce pass, going to go baseline. Grady Carpenter, turnaround jumper in the paint, got it. Grady was kind of cut off. That was not a clean move. There was kind of a foul committed on Grady, but no whistle, but he stayed with it. 2-point bucket, Grady Carpenter. 53-48. 5-point advantage for Tipton. 1:38. Clock moving. Fourth quarter. L.J. Strange with the basketball. He'll dribble in the paint. They go to the corner with it. Shamar Taylor, 3-point shot, rims off, wouldn't go. Rebound. Fought for, picked up by Muncie Central. That shot wouldn't go. That was Landon Wells. Wells couldn't get the bucket. And there's going to be a foul whistled in the paint there underneath the bucket. It's going to be whistled on Muncie Central. 22, L.J. Strange. That ball was loose, and it was just a desire by pretty much all of them to get that basketball, and Strange picks up the foul. So Strange has 2. Team foul number 4 here in the fourth quarter on Muncie Central. Tipton has 1 foul. 1:25 left. Brought in, picked up there by Sam Quigley. Quigley on the dribble. We get it back to Peyton Haller. We'll try to get it across the timeline, and Peyton Haller will dribble across. We'll get it back to Sam. And the logo right there. He'll dribble in the paint. They go off the glass. Wouldn't get it, but he'll go to foul stripe. Sam Quigley going to shoot 2. They're going to whistle this foul on the Bearcats. Number 4, Landon Wells. Landon Wells going to pick up the personal foul. He has 2. Substitution after this first shot for Muncie Central is going to be number 32, Jace Burkhart, 6'4" sophomore. The first shot up and good, Sam Quigley. So in the ball game, 32, Jace Burkhart. Taking a breather is number 4, 6'2" junior, Landon Wells. So back to free throw line, one more shot. See him Quigley. He eyes it and flies it. He got both of them. 1:11 left here in the fourth. 55-48. Tipton by 7. 1:05. Clock moving. Fourth quarter. Picks up the dribble out top. Strange. Back to Jackson Johnson. Johnson on the dribble. Pretty good dribbling exhibition. They do have some good ball players. Young ball players. Left-handed shot in the paint wouldn't go. That was 5'6" Carlos Eccles. Rebound, Grady Carpenter. He'll pass to the front court. Ball's loose. And it's going to be stolen by Muncie Central. And we're talking about a foul here, but no foul called there. Ball was loose. And Coach Allum is going to evidently have to use a timeout because he couldn't get a foul. So they're going to change it to a 30-second timeout. 30-second timeout. And don't forget that ball game coming up this Friday. IU and Notre Dame. The basketball fans probably get to see the second half of it. It's going to start at 8 o'clock right there at South Bend. And I'm for sure hoping that IU can win that game. Winner of that game will play on the first day of January. I think it's a Sugar Bowl. They're going to play. The winner will play against Georgia Bulldogs. Probably a little bit warmer climate. They're talking about some possible snow, some lake effect snow. It's going to be cold during that IU Notre Dame football game. And we're rooting for IU. 44.9 left. The ball brought in. Backcourt, going to dribble across the timeline. That's number 1, Carlos Eccles. To pick up the dribble, bounce it in, elbow left side. Landon Wells back to Eccles. 55-48. They're going to have to release some shots here in the paint. Shamar Taylor lets one float in the lane. Couldn't get it. It rimmed off. Shamar Taylor will shoot 2. So Peyton Aller picks up the foul. Peyton Aller has 2 in the ball game. That's the second on the Blue Devils here in the fourth quarter. Shamar Taylor, he's a junior, 5'7". He's a leading scorer at 11.7 a game. First shot up and good. Shamar Taylor, like I said, I only have 3 game stats, but in 3 games, Shamar Taylor working on that free throw stripe shots right there. So he's got one more. Eye it, fly it, and he got both of them. Shamar Taylor, 55-50, 30 seconds left. Bounced in, Grady Carpenter. Being guarded full court by L.J. Strange. Now triple team. They're going to whistle foul. It's going to be called on Carlos Eccles. Eccles wanted to stop the clock. He got the clock stopped. And that's going to put Grady at the foul line for foul number 5 in the quarter on Muncie Central. So that was whistled on Eccles. He has 3. Grady will have 2 shots. First shot is good. So he'll have one more. 56-50. Tipton by 6. 26 seconds left. Second shot also good. They'll toss it in backcourt. Eccles across the timeline in a hurry. 3-point line. They'll get it back to Eccles. Eccles going to get it to Strange. Now they're working to Johnson. Johnson on the dribble. He's going to dribble in. 15 seconds left. He'll take a long shot outside the arc. 3-point shot wouldn't go. Shot taken by L.J. Strange. And Grady Carpenter with the rebound. And Eccles going to foul him quickly. 7.9 seconds left. 57-50. Grady Carpenter going to shoot a couple. He'll be the only Blue Devil at the lane. The other 4 Blue Devils back there by the logo. First shot rims around, falls in. 58-50. 7.9 seconds remaining, fourth quarter. Second shot up and good. Going to bring the ball in. L.J. Strange looking to get it in. He'll get it into Landon Wells. Nearly stolen by Tipton. And that would have been stolen by Quinn Smith. Ball goes out of bounds. 4.6 seconds left. Going to bring it in from side court deep in the front court. and be brought in right there by Landon Wells. Into Eccles, he'll take a shot outside the arc, 3-point shot at the buzzer. Wouldn't go, and that's going to complete. 32 minutes gone by. Final score, Tipton Blue Devils 59, Muncie Central Bearcats 50. We do thank you for tuning in. We thank you for listening. We'll mention the Bearcats. They're going to be in action coming up this Saturday, December 21st, 6 o'clock and 7:30. It'll be a home game with the Delta Eagles. And we'll mention the Blue Devils. They'll be having a game this Friday, December 20th, 6 o'clock and 7:30. Tipton will be at Logansport. That'll be a conference game in the East Division. And then don't forget, after the Christmas break, after we get to see IU and Georgia on the first in the Sugar Bowl, we'll get to see Clinton Central Tournament basketball. Clinton Central Tournament basketball will begin on January 2nd and conclude on the 3rd. First game will be Tipton versus Clinton Prairie, January 2nd. Game 1 at 6:30 p.m. We do thank you for tuning in. If you want to stay tuned, we're going to try to see if we can have some words with Coach Cliff Hawkins. So please stay tuned.
Hey, we're post game. We're going to talk to Coach Cliff Hawkins. Coach, what a ball game.
Yeah. Hey, we went to the North Central Conference there. It's at home tonight, but to come back after 2 tough games Friday and Saturday and to prepare like we did in 24 hours. Our kids came together. We sat in the coach's office last night side by side. There wasn't an inch between us. And we talked about what it meant to be a together team and a family team and know how to go to our strengths, know what we have to do. And I just thought we sustained that for 4 quarters tonight.
Coach, I tell you what, you had to go against a pretty tough crew. You had a couple of good ball handlers. You had Shamar Taylor and Carlos Eccles. Gave you fits.
Yeah, they're very good players. And that Johnson kid could shoot it, and we had a lot of trouble. But, we started man, came back to our man at the end, and got play after play to stop. And I think the biggest thing I was proud of is how hard we worked the boards tonight. We worked awful hard, particularly the defensive boards.
I tell you what, Grady Carpenter, he lit a fire there tonight.
Well, we're just going to go to him in the second half there, and we have about 6 or 8 things we do, and I called every one of them, just to get a seam that he could maybe get the ball. And, we got it. So we're really happy.
Coach, you got a good win tonight. You got one. You're building on tonight. You're going to be Friday night, you're going to have a conference game, Eastern Division, against Logansport. Logansport having a little difficulty in basketball.
Yeah. Well, you know, they're the Berries, and I'm sure they'll come to play. And what we have to do is take care of ourselves, our bodies, but we also have to take care of our mind, understanding that while this is really a great win for us, we have to really prepare again just as hard. And that's what the grind of a season is. It's sometimes hard on younger players, but to see our improvement each day is really encouraging. And I love this team, and they gave everything they had tonight.
Coach, I tell you what, every time I talk with you, I think, man, this guy is passionate.
Well, I am passionate about basketball. It's something that I've loved all my life, and I love working with young people. And because I think in the end, you know, even though we win a game and we're so excited about it, and you cover us and all of that, it still is about making stronger people for later on in life. And we need strong people in this world.
Thank you. I'll see you next week.